Quick little thing, the facility next door to us, we're in a YWCA here, and the facility next door is a transitional house for girls right out of foster care. So your donations tonight, in exchange for working in this venue, actually go to help this facility. So foster care is a really big deal, and amazing people come out of it.
Yeah.
Shine does all kinds of things. This is one of the most amazing women I've met. She works for Cornerstone. She's an activist, she's an actor, and we'll let her tell her story. Diana.
Good evening. When I was a little girl, I didn't know that standing here on this stage tonight would be a part of my dream. And before I continue, you've heard my voice, you may have some questions. So let me nip it in the bud. Yes, I'm black. As a little girl, I dreamed of being an actress. My first sound stages were the basement of my childhood home. There, I started many TV shows, sometimes with my sister. My favorite was the Purple Platter Sisters. I was Sister Purple, and my sister was Sister Platter, and we had our own variety show. The sound stages of my basement were where I found safety and fueled my dreams. But when I went outside, I became a girl with cerebral palsy. And I was told that my dream may not be realistic. So being inside in my basement and the safety of my dreams were where my dreams flourished. When I arrived in high school, I met a man named Mr. Eichel. I took his acting class. After one day when I took the class and I did my first scene, Mr. Eichel got up in front of everyone and said, "If you understood her, raise your hand." Nobody raised their hands. And I was so humiliated. Mr. Eichel took me, asked to see me after class, and I knew he was going to kick me out of class and say I could no longer participate. But what he said was, "Diana, by the end of this semester, I want everyone to raise their hands." I didn't know then that Mr. Eichmann would be a part of the fuel that ignited my dream. I went on to college and got a BA, bachelor's degree in theater, and then went out to Chicago and began my dream. But somehow being in Chicago just wasn't enough. But in Chicago, I began to realize that there were less opportunities for actors with disabilities. And when I was a little girl, I didn't know that activism and fighting for equal opportunities for actors with disabilities would be a part of my dream. But Chicago was cold, and I don't like cold. So one day when I was coming out to California for a conference, in 1997, a conference for theater and disability, something happened. I knew that flight would change my life. And by the time I flew back to Chicago, I had decided that I would move to California. I was accepted into the MFA program at Cal State Long Beach. And after graduating with my MFA, I continued my dream, living here in Los Angeles. When I was a little girl, I didn't know that being teased and the pain of having cerebral palsy and depression, I didn't know that the pain I feel sometimes is the fuel, that that's the fire, that that's the passion that follows my dream. When I was a little girl, I didn't know that I would grow up and be on shows where I would get parts, not written for actors with disabilities, but written for characters that I would be that for the past 3 years, I played a homeless person, a psychic, and a sexual predator. Yeah, that won't be out soon, but it's beautiful. I didn't know know that I would get those roles, that my dream would come true of being cast in roles that are not written for people with disabilities. And I didn't know that when I was a little girl. When I was a little girl, I could have never imagined that Jerry Jewell, an actor with cerebral palsy, who I saw on TV, is now someone I consider a dear friend.
Yeah.
My dream is not what I thought it would be when I was a little girl. I don't live in a mansion in Malibu. A limousine didn't drop me off, and then I won't be taking me home. Oh, okay. And then will not be taking me home. And I do not have 5 obstacles that line myself. I was an ambitious child. But I have had parts in over 30 plays. I've had guest roles on television shows, playing roles that were not necessarily written for a person with a disability. I've served as an advocate for actors with disabilities, advocating that we, who are 20% of the population, be visible and an integral part of the diverse American scene. And I also teach because I want to ignite dreams of other actors with disabilities. And when I was a little girl, I could have never imagined that one day I would stand on the stage in Santa Monica, California, sharing the story of my dream with you, eagerly awaiting for the next chapter to unfold.